Before we teach a concept to kids, you and I sit down and we actually do the math
Real
together.
Talk. Right.
And I push you, you push me. And no matter what grade level we're talking about, we push each other. Let me test your hip hop knowledge real quick.
Oh boy.
If I say these two words, you better be ready to come with it. All right? Drums, please.
Summer, summer, summer.
Hey, yeah.
Summertime.
Yeah, come on.
Y'all know summertime?
Come on, Renita. Come on, Renita.
Here it is, a groove
slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance has gotten be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes and rules romance?
Do you know that? I don't know.
Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try
to fix it.
Oh, come on with the vocals.
I know that.
I see you.
Summertime.
Summer. The beginning of summer.
Summer. Memories.
Look, you got the guns out. Look,
memories.
I see you got the guns out.
It's the memories for summer for me.
Shout out to Chris, because, sculpted by.
You were just cussing him out. Now we shouting him out. I got it. Shout out to Chris. That's the trainer.
What up, Chris? And wait, I got to definitely shout out Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie.
Oh.
I know you listening.
Oh.
Call me, Ronnie. Call me, Ronnie. Listen. Ronnie is a friend to the show. Renita's sister.
That's the way to say it. Oh,
Renita's sister.
You just said it all.
I love it.
Oh.
Ronnie, I got nothing but love for you. So I'm looking in the camera saying, Ronnie, I love you dearly.
It just got hot.
Welcome to summer. Welcome to summer. How you doing? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm good, Kimai. What's going on with you?
Man, I'm excited. It's summer. I'm repping. Got my bright colors on because it's summer. I'm just in that mood. And you and I have already officially kicked off summer.
Didn't we though? On the first day of summer.
So I know we'll probably get into it in future episodes. We're gonna wait till it wraps. But
we probably should.
We didn't realize that our summer would be spent teaching kids.
Nah, but we love kids.
But we love kids.
And it's fun.
We wanted to be on airplanes and trains and automobiles and all that good stuff. But we with the kids.
Yeah.
We with the kids.
For just a bit.
But we loving it.
We're going to get some vacation in, though.
We love it. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And, I need to put like a countdown clock because, we got a dope trip planned. I ain't telling the audience just yet.
No. We'll tell them when we there.
The countdown
clock
team. There. But I'm excited to go on a trip with the entire team.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Interesting. I'm putting y'all to work though.
Namdi and Hasmi. I mean, we'll work. We can work on the beach.
You kind of was very hesitant with that.
Tell us what you want us to do.
I've got it all mapped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would.
I've got it all mapped out. But we're gonna have some fun.
I know. I'm ready.
We're gonna have some good time. And speaking of fun, so now we're teaching, working with the kids all week.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I decided to take you to one of my favorite places. Downtown Los Angeles.
Because it was a day.
We had a day. And we needed to super unwind.
Yeah, we had a week.
A week.
It was a week. Yeah, you took me to this spot. I've been there before, but only with my sister and brother-in-law, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. But it was a different experience when we went. And
total different vibes. The drinks were flowing. It was a good music.
Good music, good people.
Good people.
And the atmosphere changed. Did you notice the people changed? When we first went in, first of all, we had a dope waiter. What was his name?
Stu. Shout out Stu, man. Listen.
I don't even know. Are we supposed to call people's names?
Listen,
well, you already said Ronnie,
look,
so
I'm going to just tell you where we hang at Joey's downtown L.A. It's now become our new famous, infamous Friday.
Second Friday in a row. I think we're becoming regulars.
We becoming regulars, and you know me, I'm such a creature of habit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's what we do.
I find something good on the menu and
Go for it.
I'm not switching.
You waste time because you're like, maybe I should try. You look at all this stuff and then you're like, so I'm gonna stick with burger and fries. What? We just spent 20 minutes looking at everything on the menu.
I mean, because I don't want to be disappointed.
Got you.
You bring me some new shit and it's something that I don't want and it's something I don't like. Now I'm mad at you. Because we have those opportunities where you ask the waiter, hey, what's good? And when they give me that deer in headlights look, I'm kind of like, yeah.
Like they never ate there before.
And they say this is good. And I'm like, yeah, you're hesitating.
Right.
You took too long. I don't know if I can trust this.
Just say I work here and that's it. Like don't offer, right?
But you and Stu, I'm gonna have to calm him down because
you don't.
When I told him, I said it's time to cut this thing off. For some reason, he just kept going with you, and I said, "Yo, Stu, like eyes over here, bro.
Stu is a good
eyes over here, bro.
He's a good. I don't even know what the word is anymore. Server. He's a. Did it say server? Waiter. Stu is great. He's great for Joey's. He's great for me. Stu is great.
And food is always amazing.
Food is fire.
Food is always amazing. So if you're ever looking for us on a Friday,
come through. Now you gotta come. So the thing I love about Joey's, I think they hit a black button or something. Because somewhere around 4, 5 o'clock,
it got real black.
It got real black real quick.
Real quick.
People just walking in. I'm like, this is different.
With a dope vibe.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it was
now,
a
if
good
they have
vibe.
live music, I would never leave Joey's.
Oh, man.
The food, the music, the everything, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. You'd be like, we got to go, Renita. I'd be like, peace out, Kimai.
I kind of had to pry you, but then on the way out, we almost got into a little altercation because I'm a guy of manners.
Yeah,
I'm a guy of manners, and so I don't like
rudeness
when a woman is walking and someone sees a woman walking, and then they just want to
walk past real quick and go like this, like.
And so you saw me stop.
I did.
You saw me stop. You saw me pause.
I did, but that brother was struggling. He was struggling. He was struggling with who he is and what he needs to do to be who he is. So, I gave him a little grace.
And you get and we get into the lift black because that's the only way. That's the only way you travel. You don't. I'm just I'm the guy. I order just a reg.
That's why I ordered the first time. You said let's take a lift. I said cool. I'll get it. Cause I know you. We would have been in a Prius. Shout out to Priuses. It's okay.
Let the people see.
Let
the people see the real you come out.
Did I not shout out Prius? Didn't I shout out Prius? Shout out to Prius. I'm just saying.
Okay.
We worked too hard to ride in a Prius. I'm just saying. It was a week.
So Joey's was great. We had a lot of deep conversation, which I cannot share on here.
We won't share. We won't.
Yeah, I mean.
We will not share.
But it's incredible to have someone like you, number one, that I can bounce ideas off of, but also just have a genuinely good time.
Yeah.
And I can completely be my authentic self.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you and love you for that, for the human being that you are. And we turn up like crazy.
We did. It might be a Friday thing. We didn't turn up because we had this today. Like we didn't turn up yesterday.
By whose decision? Who made that call?
Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus said it. That's exactly why we didn't turn up.
I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight
with
that.
He orders your steps.
I'm not going to fight.
Order my steps. He did that.
Welcome to Skoolturf, y'all. Welcome to Skoolturf. Listen, we got some new faces in the building. We got Miles. We got Natasha. Like, I love these people. And then we got Tommy. We see it. No.
Tommy,
we got my guy Tommy in the building. Y'all make some noise. Come on. Yeah. These are my folks. Welcome to Skoolturf, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and turning up with us. I have my amazing, the beautiful, the smart, the chocolate, the no frills,
say it again,
the Leo.
I don't even know what that means.
Vernita! Vernita!
Kimai! What's going on?
And it's me. I'm just holding up the rear.
There you go.
I'm your host, your modest host.
I'm a mathematician.
Your non-bougie host.
Your dope host.
Your non-bougie host. Kimai. but listen.
With the lies again.
I'm going to tell you, I thought about you because, and let me pull this on up, because I said, when I saw this, I said, she definitely going to have something to say. So, you know me, I'm an avid reader and I love just perusing different shit. And so I was looking at Education Week. And so the title, I'm gonna tell you, the title grabbed me. I said, we gotta chop this up. The title says, a third of students don't identify as a math person. And then the question is, can teachers change that?
Absolutely.
So it starts off saying, the article says, are you a math person? And so there was a study that was done by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And they analyzed survey responses from about a nationally representative group of about 700 kids and young adults. They were between the ages of 12 and 21 from summer and fall of 2024. And so they asked these folks, like, what are their attitudes towards math and their comfort with the subject? The results were that 38% of respondents said they first identified as a math person sometime in or before 5th grade.
Right.
Another 23% said they first claimed that they identify in grades 6 through 8. While only 7% said they started to feel like math people in high school.
Wow.
About 1 in 3 said they have never identified with the label.
Yikes.
And so it then said that the end of elementary school represents a turning point that might shape students' self-perceptions. And by the time that kids are in middle school, that's when math courses start to differentiate. And, you know, people want to know, are you in fast track? Are you in advanced track? Or are you in regular math?
Yeah.
And so I said, Vernita, who has her Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from from the prestigious UCLA,
Go
right?
Bruins.
Talk to me about that. When you hear that shit.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because if students don't see themselves as mathematicians, it's hard to do the math because they just think that I can't. And the article, the title, you said 1/3 of students don't see themselves as mathematicians
At all.
Can teachers change that?
Can they?
You know,
And listen, you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When you look across this nation, math scores are in the fucking toilet.
True.
We can spin the wheel on whatever school district you want to go to, whatever school.
You're gonna see the same.
You might see some students doing well,
but it's the same.
But the majority of the kids are struggling like shit.
And a lot of it is because you and I talk about this all the time. Children can't see themselves as mathematicians if teachers don't see themselves as mathematicians, right? So when you get to secondary, teachers specialize, right? You have your, at least in California, you have your secondary credential for mathematics. By the time you get to high school, it's even more differentiated. You can only, by taking CSET 1, you can only teach up to this, CSET 2 and CSET 3. And so the problem is who's in front of children sometimes. Because we're educators, right? Mm-hmm. So we can speak. Who's in front of children in those early years? If they're not comfortable and if they don't see themselves as mathematicians, they can't begin to build students' identities as mathematicians. So am I surprised by the scores? No. And am I surprised by the article? No, but it hurts. Because the truth is, everybody's a math person. Everybody is.
So let me tell you this. I thought I was amazing in math.
You thought you were
As a
amazing
kid,
in
I thought I was
everything.
amazing in everything,
What?
right there, Liz.
Okay.
Blame the family for that shit, right? They just kept saying, he's
Blame
great,
them?
he's great, he's great,
And
he's
you
great,
believed
he's
him.
great,
And
he's
you
great.
believed him.
And
You
now I
should've.
walk right
You
into
should've.
it. But I remember there were times as a kid
Mhm.
when you gave me a problem and I saw the problem completely different and I understood the math problem in a whole different way.
Okay.
And then my teacher would get up and explain the answer. I kind of was always under the impression like, well, shit, my answer, I got the same answer, but shit, we went about this totally different. And then I would have teachers say, well, no, you got to do it the way that I do it.
Oh, they're dumb. Sorry, but they are.
And so
Yeah.
it got to a point where I was like, shit, this is happening a fucking lot. And so maybe I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
Because I see things completely different than what they are saying. But I'm getting the same shit. I'm getting the same shit they getting.
That wasn't you. That was them. And I shouldn't call them dumb. That was dumb. Dumb. Where the camera? Dumb. That was dumb. That was just dumb. It was dumb and it was insecure because they wanted you to solve it the way they did it because that's the way they knew. And your new way didn't feel good to them. But I count that at the cost of them not knowing math well enough. There is something to those C-sets that those C-sets are so much harder, especially the third C-set. It's harder than the math you're ever going to teach in high school. But that's because you need to know math better than the children you're teaching it to. You have to know the different ways. So when a student doesn't understand a certain thing, you don't just say it again louder. You don't just point them to the book. You don't just say, well, do this and teach them the algorithm that you only know. You let them explore the whole piece. You and I are mathematicians. You know the biggest piece behind good mathematics is creativity. And if you're going to ask students to be creative and free thinking when it comes to mathematics, you got to be able to handle their freeness. And you take a creative child like you, you were creative. I didn't even know you as a kid, but I can tell from your whole get up. Oh yeah, you were creative.
Yeah.
And the way you approached academics was creative. You had to have an educator that could at least understand your creativity and then be honest enough that if they didn't, go home and learn some more about it.
I think for me growing up, right, I saw there were always people in the classroom position as the mathematician. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna hold you. It was the kid with the glasses, the kid with the Urkel swag, right? They were positioned to be like, oh yeah, that's the smart one, that's the guy, it's her, it's him, whatever.
The kid with the
right?
Urkel glasses.
Yeah, it was always the kid with the glasses. And so, I was supposed to wear the glasses and, I threw them in my backpack trying to be cool, right? So mom would take me
but now you rock them out every day.
Mom would take me to the optometrist. And I had a great optometrist. Shout out Dr. Simmons, who recently retired. I had a optometrist. And
don't shout him out when you ain't do what he said.
Oh, but then, so I would just get my exams, go through the whole process, pick my glasses out. Yeah, these are fly. I want these, da, da, da. Mom would drive me to school. Soon as she was done, them glasses was going in the backpack.
You needed.
I'm not doing this.
I know y'all didn't
I'm not
believe
doing
in
this. And then as soon as they come pick me up, the glasses back on. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Like, nah. For me, it wasn't a cool aesthetic until now. I can't see without them. So hey, and here we are, right? But I really think about.
That's what you thought a mathematician looked like.
I did.
Yeah.
And coupled with the fact of, until I got older, wasn't no black mathematicians on the wall.
True. Or in movies.
Or in my classroom surrounding. They didn't have that stuff.
And they absolutely weren't women.
And women, forget about it.
There were no hidden figures, right?
Forget about it.
We didn't see that.
And so now that second part of that question say, how can teachers change that?
Yeah.
You know what? When I taught my math methods course, when I was a professor, one of the things, so many kids would come into my classroom and I started teaching them math completely different, and they were stuck. They weren't used to really taking into how other people think about math.
Yeah.
They weren't used to having heavy discussion in math.
Right.
And they were looking at me to just give them an answer. And I would always tell them and kids that I teach now, I'm not the human answer key, dog. Here's a problem. Figure it the fuck out. And when you do, let's talk about it. And we're going to go around this whole classroom until everybody has heard everybody. Because here also what that does is it gives kids an opportunity to see, oh, this is how Vernita solved it. So now by the time I get to that child, they're already correcting their mistakes and like, oh, I see what I did.
Right.
And so by the time I go around and let every kid say how they think about the problem, how they thought about it, by the time they get to me, I have some kids that are like, oh yeah, Mr. Wilson, I ain't fucking with your answer.
Right.
I like his answer or I like her answer. Why? Because I've now positioned kids to rock out with other kids, but also to see how other kids are thinking and also just create a community where it's not dependent on what I know and how I know it. You know, the biggest thing I hate is when I hear that I do, you do, we do bullshit. No, have the kids do.
Yeah.
What are the kids doing initially?
But Kimai, you know, you and I, we and it's not just us. There are pockets of great teachers everywhere.
Absolutely.
And what we're speaking about, it's not new to people that have been doing it right.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to people that have been doing it right, because what we're saying is not new. In fact, you're like, yeah, who's not doing that? A lot of people.
You would be surprised.
The 2/3 of the country of students that don't see themselves as mathematicians is because no one's affirmed them. No one has said, you got this. No one, and they can't be, you can't expect adults to teach in that way if they're not thinking in a certain kind of way. The way you and I have a phrase, it's just called freedom thinking. You got to be a free thinker in order to allow all of that to transpire in your classroom, for you not to be the primary source of information, for you not to be the human Google, right? For you to allow students to come up with their own strategies, not leaving them to flip-flop and figure it all out all by themselves, but a lot of it they can figure out without you.
So what do we do though, right? Here's the question, because we are in a big problem.
Right.
So if I got these folks feeling this way now, they're in all different grades, they're in different ages. So now that's a whole nother generation that we have now failed as educators.
Right.
And so even if they become teachers, they're now they're going to say, I want to put an end to this, or they're already going to reify the inequities in math that was
perpetuated,
encroached on them.
Right.
So how do we change this? Particularly, and I'm going to go here, particularly when we have a country that's blackening and browning, and I still got my black and brown kids who are still not achieving as well as they should in mathematics. And it's not because they can't do, it's layered. Number one, first of all, they got incredible teachers that are in front of them, but they may not be successfully being professionally developed. You know,
right?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
They may not be properly professionally developed. They may not be supported in the classroom. They may not have the materials they need, right? You and I talk about conceptual understanding and conceptual learning. Before we give any kid an algorithm, we put something in their hands that they can manipulate to begin to really think about math. Right. So if we're not training educators to do this, I don't see this changing.
I agree. And so that profession, how do we do this? It takes a few things. And the solution, I think, is also layered, just like the problem is layered, right? The solution is you need qualified people in front of children. And remember a few episodes ago, we talked about how education is one of how it's just beyond reasoning, why teachers, the people that are in front of children during the most awake hours of children, never go through a psych test. There's no, we take all these academic tests to make sure we know some of our stuff, right? But, and even those, you know how many CBEST people, but we need qualified, I say all that to say, we need qualified people in front of children. That's number one. And we should pay qualified people what they're worth. And I'm not talking merit pay. I'm talking about qualified people, well-trained, that know their stuff. And then development of professional learning, it doesn't stop once you finish your first year or you've gotten your tenure. You need to keep learning. You need to keep. I'm a mathematician and I'm still realizing different ways to teach dividing fractions.
Because, but also I think the beauty of what you and I do, right? I think the beauty and the difference is before we teach a concept to kids, you and I sit down and we actually do the math together.
Talk. Right.
And I push you, you push me. And no matter what grade level we're talking about, we push each other.
Yeah.
And so we actually sit and we're doing the problems. And I'm saying, Vernita, what if I have a kid that can't read? What if I have a kid that has never seen this before?
Right.
What if I have a kid that thinks completely different than you?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we've made the commitment to not teach what we don't do. And that's what it should be. And I'm not saying every teacher is going to adopt that, but if you really want to know what your students are going to experience, if you really want to plan strategically and with anticipation, you got to do the math. Why are you teaching formulas that you can't even understand? If you don't understand the volume of a sphere, the formula, don't give it to a child. Just don't.
And you and I know we've done professional development with teachers and we've given them, let's call it what it is. We've given them simple 6th grade problem.
Oh, yeah.
A simple 6th grade math word problem.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had them sitting there looking like, how do I do this? And you see the fear, right?
Right.
And we're just setting it up like, don't worry about it. You got it. Like, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But rarely are teachers in that position to really see how students feel about a problem, how a problem could sometimes be intimidating to them.
Right.
How sometimes it could be like, I'm really scared.
Right.
Did I get this right? Because we don't give, just like we do with kids, we don't give teachers, educators the answer either.
Right.
We sit and we let you talk through it and process it. And then once they start having a conversation, they come alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I realized, what we haven't done enough about in math, we just don't communicate enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we put it in problems. We throw problems on the board. We tell kids to solve them. And we don't have conversations with kids so that they really can see themselves. We don't let folks know there are Black mathematicians out here. Right. There are Latinx mathematicians out here. There are indigenous mathematicians out here. There are women mathematicians out here. And kids don't know that.
Right. And there's no affirmations. I remember I shared this story with you once before when I was working with the Algebra Project, right? Mm-hmm. And we were in Miami, and this girl, she looked just like me, but she said, when I got introduced, I wasn't teaching the class, but I was supporting teachers there. And she looked at me, and she didn't mean any harm, but she said, when they said, oh, this is Miss so-and-so from LA, and the kids were real fascinated that I was from LA. But she looks at me and she goes, you know math?
Oh.
I said, yeah, I know a little bit. I know some math. And she said, you don't look like you know math.
Oh.
And she wasn't trying to be mean or anything. She just sized me up real quick. But what it taught me was, if you don't see me as a mathematician and I look like you
don't see yourself.
You absolutely don't see yourself as a mathematician. And so the next day, I came in and I asked the teacher, can I just do a 5-10 minute activity? I had blank sheets of paper and colored pencils on purpose. And I just asked the students, and these were 9th graders. These weren't even little kids. I just asked them, draw what you think a mathematician looks like. Mm-hmm. 100% of them drew a man. 100% of them. Nobody drew a woman.
I know it, because we've made mathematicians
are men. Not us. The second thing is, most of them drew someone with glasses, like you said earlier.
Nerdy ass shit.
They drew men in these lab coats. Some of them drew numbers, like mad professors with numbers coming out of their hair. 1 or 2 kids colored in their person. Guess what color they colored them, though?
What?
Like a peach color, it was like but it wasn't brown. It wasn't black.
Mm.
They didn't have, and most of them just left them blank, like not blank, but just left the paper as the color of the skin. And it was then I realized, so students aren't seeing themselves as mathematicians, which means they're seeing themselves as people who can't do the math, or the math just happens to them. Maybe they'll pick something up. It was then I came back, and I remember I had just moved to a middle school from teaching high school for so long. I came back to that middle school, and I wrote an affirmation, and I made our children. They said I had 150 children affirm themselves every single day before they took their seat to sit down. Every day. And they ended their affirmation with, you want me to say it?
Say it.
The whole thing?
Say it. Say it.
Today is going to be a great day. I will achieve. I will succeed. I am destined for greatness. Failure is not an option because I will make excellence my habit. I am a problem solver. I am a mathematician. Every single day.
Come on.
All 180 days, even when I was absent, kids got it so much in their spirit before, because they said it before we all said it together before we sat down. Every day, they said, I am a mathematician to themselves. I am a problem solver. I am a mathematician. I am a problem solver. It's equal to what Chris does with us in the gym. You got to exercise that muscle, that affirmation muscle to say, I am this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you are that.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Tommy, we got some water around here.
We do.
Something just got in my throat.
I know,
the affirmation hit me.
Did it?
It hit me hard.
A tear? What a tear? It's a tear falling.
So that means we need dope teachers.
We do. And we need, getting into this idea, thinking about the world we're living in now, we need folks. It's a layered solution.
Tommy gave me some fancy water. I can't even open it. No, I got it.
I've never seen a flip top, Tommy. But we need a variance of teachers. We need teachers that students can see themselves in, where they can affirm themselves in. And I'm gonna bring up an article here. Living in this world today, in this present administration.
Oh God.
It makes it challenging.
Please, are we going here?
We are.
Please don't mention that dummy.
It makes it challenging because girls should see, everybody should be able to see themselves
He
in
ain't
education.
a mathematician. He ain't a writer.
Listen, don't get started on me. I haven't done any research on him.
Okay, come on.
I believe he has.
I want to interrupt what you're saying.
He has a bachelor's degree though. From his university. Did he get it from? I don't know. We got to do some research. But
I don't. I'm very clear.
But in this present administration, especially with this DEI dumbness happening. Business, thank you. Dumb is just in my mouth today. But with this DEI business happening, education is being attacked. Right. And the diversity of teachers and the encouragement for a diverse teacher so students can see themselves and be reaffirmed, at least in the visual, it's being attacked. There's an article in Staffed Up. I'm going to tell you the title of this article. Okay. Because it relates to, can teachers change that idea of whether students think they're mathematicians or not? This article is called The Future for Teacher Diversity in a World of DEI Scrutiny. So it starts off. Districts and states are being advised to tread carefully as some continue to promote teacher diversity efforts in a difficult legal and policy landscape. With diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts facing scrutiny under the Trump administration, I guess we got to say it because it's in the article. Shit. Under the Trump administration, school districts and states looking to diversify their teacher and workforces are in a precarious situation. Nearly a month into his second term, for instance, the U.S. Department of Education slashed $600 million in divisive teacher training grants, specifically through the Teacher Quality Partnership Program and the Supporting Effective Educator Development Grant Program. The department said in February.
So you pause. So you know what those programs are about, right?
Tell me.
Those programs are about it's about enhancing and increasing student achievement, but more importantly, providing professional development to prospective and new educators, right? And so you and I both know, as a new educator, we need an incredible amount of support. But keep going.
While the research from the NCTM, or not NCTM, while research from the National Council on Teacher Quality found that teacher diversity slowly grew between 2014 and 2022, those findings also suggested that teachers of color are opting out of careers in education as teacher diversity lags behind the rate of the broader workforce.
Let me tell you why I'm ready to go in on this shit.
Do it.
But let me tell you why teacher diversity is so necessary.
Okay.
I can count on one hand how many black male teachers that I had. One. And the one that I did have, I couldn't stand him.
I didn't have any. Why?
The one I couldn't stand him. I just didn't like him, and he may watch this, so I don't want to say no names, but I couldn't stand him.
You called Rodney.
And then I also think, no, and so I think because I had him in middle school, I wasn't fucking with a whole lot of people. I was just doing my shit and moving on.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't feeling that whole vibe.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just get along and do my thing and be out. And so I actually happened to see this guy later on in life.
How'd that
and
go?
You know me.
Oh, gosh.
I don't flex the doctor shit at all.
Don't at all.
But he saw me and he walked up to me and he says, Kimai, with that smug kind of like, you ain't doing shit.
You still don't like him.
Like, you ain't doing shit. But he had that smug. And so he says, what are you up to these days?
Dr. Wilson,
and I said, well, let me tell you. And not just start running the whole shit down. He was like, step back. Oh.
I made it in spite of you, brother.
Oh.
In spite of you.
But I remember, so shout out to that dummy.
We shouting out dummies.
But
shout out dummy.
Shout out that dummy.
Shout out.
I will say, when I first entered my classroom, I don't know if I've gotten into this yet, but second grade classroom was my very first teaching gig.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to me. I love the kids, man.
Not second grade. Okay, go ahead.
But
I do. Go ahead.
What I had the opportunity. So, let me say this. When I first got into the classroom, parents were pulling their kids out because they didn't want their kids to be taught by me.
Black man.
Real shit.
Wow.
And so I said, and in my head, I didn't fight you. Like when they brought their and particularly what was crazy, it was parents of girl children.
I hear you.
And I know what that was about, but I'm like, I'm so not that. But okay, have at it. But I'm gonna make you regret this shit, cause I'm about to kill the game with all of these kids.
Everybody's learning.
And I had my classroom was filled with Black and Latinx kids. Okay. Beautiful kids.
Yep.
And those parents and kids who stayed and trusted me got the world from me.
Yep.
But what I also noticed is that I had them in second grade, so I had a real opportunity to really show them what a Black man is, what it looks like. Yeah. Smart, swag, cool personality, fun. Yeah. Not on no bullshit.
Right.
Kids got to see that. And so for me, it was very clear that I was going to disrupt any biases, any presuppositions that folks had about brothers.
Yeah.
With this group of second grade kids.
Nice.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why when they talk about cutting $600 million cut on the grant programs that you're talking about, here's the reality and here's what I do know. I had some professional development. I'm not gonna say it was stellar. I'm not gonna say it was amazing. I'm not gonna say it was dope as shit. there was a lot of stuff that I had to go through and learn on my own.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, I was not prepared to teach a group of kids who were not reading on grade level.
Say that
because
again.
guess what? When Kimai was a kid, Kimai went into preschool reading.
Yeah.
I'm now got a second grade kid in front of me who some can't read and some reading on the kinder level, some reading on the first grade level. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I literally thought I was ill-equipped because I said, I don't even know what this looks like. I had kids who were second graders taking care of brothers and sisters who were in kindergarten and first grade.
Yep.
I didn't know what that looked like because I was a kid driven to and from school and all the extracurricular shit that I had to do every day. So I didn't know what walking home looked like. I also was a kid, by the time I was in second grade, traveled all over.
And had steak lunches.
Don't do it.
Say it. Say it.
Traveled all over. I did have
Steak
amazing
lunches.
steak lunches. I did.
The rest of us.
Traveling.
Yeah.
I'm now working with kids who ain't left their community.
Yeah.
I'm now working with kids who have never seen a beach before.
Yeah. Or a zoo. I know.
So I'm going to tell you what. That first year,
You figured it out,
I
though.
said, I remember calling my mom, calling my girlfriend at the time. My mom was like, fix it.
Yeah, figure it out. And you did.
But there was a struggle.
I know.
Because now it's like these kids look like me. And we have had completely different ass experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there was an identity disrupt that I had to now break. Because now I had to say, everybody ain't reading by the time they get into school.
They're not reading by ninth grade, some of them.
Everybody not having a family that's wrapping their arms around them. Some kids are going home latchkey. They don't have a hot meal waiting for them when they get home. Some have absentee parents. That was a lot for your boy in my very first year.
Right. And the teacher education program doesn't prepare you for that.
It doesn't.
At all.
We talked about that the last time.
Right.
They teach you, behavior. Teach this content. They don't teach you that now you have become your child's dad,
everything,
uncle, mom, therapist, counselor. I started setting up little nooks in my classroom when kids needed a coat, when kids needed clothing to wear when it was freezing outside. Right. These are all the things that we don't talk about. Right. And these are all the necessary, when they talking about cutting 600 million, you're cutting up all this professional learning that can help the educators that are just starting out who may think, I can't do this. Because I'm telling you, for me, it was a big class disrupt. Yeah. And for a lot of teachers.
Yeah, it's the layers that you were talking about. The layers to the problem, the layers to the solution. And I didn't grow up the way most of the children I taught as Shaw. I just didn't grow up that way. You and I had very similar experiences. Life. No, but I had peanut butter and jelly while you had steak sandwiches, Mr. Not Bougie. But I'm just saying.
They were delicious. They were delicious.
And
then on Friday, my grandpa would come and bring me my lunch. Yeah. And I'd have all the other kids looking crazy.
Especially
and they
when
would
you're
say,
beating up the principal's son.
We're going to go to lunch. And I said, yeah, I'm waiting for my grandpa.
There you go. So
he's bringing my lunch.
The experience is different. But you're right. That professional development that spans more than what you learn at a university during that, what is it, a semester or two of the teacher education program. In fact, I don't know if you did it. I think you did to it too. But I got I earned my credential as I had my own classroom.
That part.
That whole building the plane while you flying it. I hate that phrase, by the way, but it was exactly what we did our first year. I was figuring it out as I went. The thing that my students, the benefit that they had is they had a person in front of them that was dedicated to excellence, a person that was going to do everything they could to make sure they learn, because that was their job. Their job was to go to school and learn. That was the job.
Man, and I remember I worked hard. My first year, once I saw all that shit happening, I said, let me hop my ass back in grad school. Got in grad school. And I said, let me learn everything that I need to learn
Everything
from my
I
kids.
need to know.
And so I was teaching all day.
And going to school.
And then I had evening, afternoon classes. And then I was up studying late. Sometimes I wouldn't get to bed till 1, 2. And then I'm back hitting the pavement at 6. Oh, what it is to be 22 and 23 again, right? That was
Shout
the
out to
life for
22
me.
and 23.
Right, I was hitting it and partying, all that.
we're
I was
not-
doing all that. Like, yeah,
Your
I was
mama's
getting it
watching
in.
this show.
My mama know. I was getting it in, doing all of this. And it was like handling business in the classroom.
Yeah.
Right? But the reality of it is that when we start cutting programs, and let me keep this a super
100.
buck, you're not going to have black men running into the classroom. And I'm going to tell you why. Money. Money. Listen, I'm speaking for me. Okay. And I'm probably speaking for some brothers out there and some Latinx brothers as well. Masculinity is tied to how much we make.
That's another podcast.
And so
day.
when I was graduating and I had homies like out talking to girls, oh, what do you do? I'm an attorney. Oh, what do you do? I work for Ernst & Young. Oh, what do you do? I work for this. And I'm like, I'm a teacher, girl. It didn't give off what it was supposed to be given. Smart chick, cool, yeah. But it wasn't giving off what people expected.
That's a whole nother talk.
That's a whole nother talk. But there was a lot of...
Because teaching is, it is a reputable, a respectable profession. In fact...
In Finland...
It's a great profession.
In Finland.
I would have been down for a teacher.
I know you would have. You're an educator, though. I'm not talking about you.
Okay. Even before...
right.
Yeah, even before I started, because it also has to do with
I'm a teacher. That's cool.
No,
okay.
I would have been
That's
great.
Good.
You
That's
know what?
good.
But it has to do with where your mindset is. It depends on what you're looking for.
But I flexed the fuck out of that educational thing, man.
I bet you did.
Because I always tell people that, even now, because they always talk about, hey, can we get you to talk about recruiting more black male in the teaching? Well, first of all, raise the pay. Second of all, raise the pay. But before even I talk about pay, stop failing boys as early as transitional kindergarten.
Right. And repeat grades. Get them what they need.
Stop failing brothers. And maybe they can say, you know what? There's something to this teacher game. Because you can make a great living off of education and teaching.
Absolutely.
You know, and I both have. You and I both have bought houses off of teaching.
Yeah. Houses
in Los Angeles.
Yes.
It can be done.
Yes.
Right? And so I don't want to also portray that. You can build a great life for you by pursuing education, but most people don't get that side of it. Right? They just see the pay and they're like,
and but even with that, we have you and I have done well for ourselves, and teachers still are not paid what they're worth, right?
Not at all.
Not even close. Not
even close.
Not for what we do for children. Even in this summer program, this program is not paying us what we worth. Just saying. But we do it because we know what it looks like for a child to learn, what that transpires to, what it moves kids to be. We need kids to be better than we are. And we're pretty great.
It's hard work.
It's
hard work, but you can make some incredible money by doing it.
It's hard work that you get paid for it. It's true.
Incredible
it's true.
Money, right? And so shame on the Trump administration. And here's the thing. They're cutting all of these programs, but I'm going to say this. We are still rising.
Yeah.
We are still not letting up. It's all gas, no brakes.
Hey.
I see people all the time. When I see the Tommies of the world, the Miles of the world, and the Natashas of the world, right? It's all gas. We not stopping.
No.
And matter of fact, when you do all this goofy shit, Trump administration, I'm even going harder. I'm even going harder. And it's now also bringing what I love. Even though it's a lot of crazy shit happening, people are really coming together.
Right.
People are really banding together.
To do what's right.
And really saying, you know what? Nah, we're not going for this goofy ass shit.
Right.
We're going to stop this right now.
Right.
And that's, I think, the importance. When you want to talk about teacher diversity, that's the importance. When kids can see a you, when they can see a me, when kids are lighting up, Tommy, Miles, and Natasha, they're working with us in our summer program. And I'm watching kids watch them.
Yeah.
Kids that look like them.
And want to do what they do.
They are responsive to that.
Right.
So when people talk to me about teacher diversity, I'm very clear. You can't be it if you don't see it. And so you want to talk to me about a black male teacher pipeline, put more black men in the classroom. But first, stop failing them as early as TK.
I hear you.
You want to have more people as mathematicians? Get more mathematicians that look like us.
I agree.
And then you're going to have it.
And pay the money that it costs for us, people that teach like us, people that know how to think freely like us, to go out and help other teachers that don't. When you cut $600 million from professional learning for the better and the advancement of teachers teaching better so students can learn better, because you know me, Kimai, I'm a Vygotsky, right? There is no teaching. There's only learning. Right. I know everybody's not on that train. It's okay. Get on when you can. But it's true. So when you cut money to help prevent children from learning by providing them with good educators, you don't care. You want to keep the status quo. You don't care. You want 1/3 of students to be.
You do.
To not feel like they are able to access the highest paying careers that are coming up in the next 10, 15, 20 years.
And you know what? This reminds me of a story when one of the exercises that I would do when I was teaching math methods as a college professor. I would have kids write to me all the shit that they heard about math growing up.
Okay.
And you know what I heard? Or I go to my dad if I have any problems with math homework. Because mom can't help me.
It's true.
In my class, I only saw Asian kids doing well in math. I only saw, right? And you start seeing, anytime I had a problem with math at home, my mom told me, find my dad.
Wow. You
start hearing all the gender shit, the racial shit, when it comes to who does math. And I'm very clear on this. And this is why when I do trainings with teachers, before I start teaching you how to do math, I start disrupting the bullshit that you've been into. Because here's the thing, if you've been sitting in an AP math class all your life, guess what? You think that there's only certain people who do math.
That's true.
Because you're very clear.
That's true.
These kids do math and these don't.
Oh,
You're very clear. And also, I don't believe in, and this is a whole nother conversation, but I'm going to tiptoe in it. I don't believe in the advanced placement courses.
I know you don't.
I don't believe, because all that shit is racist as fuck.
True.
So I don't believe in the AP courses. I don't believe in, because what's happening in the AP courses should be happening for all kids.
In general classes. But it's
not. If it's good teaching, it should be for all kids.
It's not. But it's not.
And so I love when people tell me, oh, my kid is in AP. They think it's a flex. Baby, nah. What you're doing is creating a kid who think they're different from the other person. It starts breeding that separatism. It starts breeding that I'm better than you. Right? And so we got to really think about how we're doing education, because we're positioning kids to be winners and losers. I said that in the last episode, and I'm going to keep on saying it. When we start talking about magnets and charters and advanced placement courses, that was a real thing born out of when desegregation started happening.
Right.
How are we moving? How are we moving the goalposts?
How we still separating kids.
And how we separating kids out so I don't be sitting next to you.
So that whole conversation, I mean, I know we're going to wrap things up, but that's a whole conversation about equity and equity in education. And DEI and the lack thereof and the pushing out of it doesn't see the value in everything that you just explained. You're right. Quality education should be a civil right for every child.
That dummy can't even spell diversity.
Don't even start. We
Equity
got dumb in
or
our
inclusion.
mouth. But somebody told him it's not nice.
And it's cold
Somebody
word.
just said,
it's
so he's like, yeah, we don't need it.
anti-black. It's code word for anti-Latinx. It's code word for anti-indigenous.
So that is a whole nother podcast in itself. I know that you can ready tell people.
You got me revved up. Well, anyway, if you like what we're saying, please follow us on Equation to Success. Follow us on Skoolturf, Instagram, of course.
Yeah.
Where you could learn about all the amazing things that we do with educators. And if you like this podcast, no, I'm not saying like. If you love this podcast, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Please share. I'm trying to get our numbers up.
I'm
trying to get the numbers up. So share it, subscribe, like it, all the cool things, all the dope things. I guess it was cool talking to you.
It was dope. You loved it. You loved it.
Yes, it was cool talking to you.
You loved it. You're welcome. And you're welcome.
Don't clap.
I'm clapping for me.
I close us out.
Okay, do it.
Thank y'all for watching, listening to Skoolturf. We'll see you next time. Peace.